Well, folks, it's a beautiful Friday morning in late October here in East Central Kansas. Just thought I'd take a few seconds to introduce myself here. My name's Evan Woodbury. I help on our family farm on the weekends in addition to having a full-time job. Also run a few small side gigs here and there, and run a little business called Woodbury Services. Have this skid loader here behind me that I'd like to maybe try to pick up some more business with, but kind of busy on the farm and doing other things, so maybe eventually I can get to that. Got a little project for the farm here today we're going to work on. I thought I'd try to video that and see what you guys think of it. I'm going to tear out some old feed bunks, or attempt to tear out some old feed bunks. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, we're going to check out this 331 John Deere here and go get to work. Check the hydraulic oil there. Kind of a little hard to see, but she's right between the arrows. Pop the hood. See if I can get the dipstick out here. Usually I do this two-handed, but kind of hard to do this one-handed. It's really long too. All right. Could use a little bit of oil maybe, but not too worried about it. Probably needs an oil change sometime soon, so we'll catch it up then. Looks like the fluid level there in the antifreeze is good. Pretty sure it's got plenty of fuel in it, but we'll check the gauge when we get in and fire her up here. Got my bucket on it. Rained while I've been gone. Normally I have it propped up, but oops, a little full of water. Have to get that fixed out here in a second. See this old girl fire up for us. Turn the fan off so you can hear. Oh, and the radio. Gotta punch in a code. Oops. Nope, I got it right. All right, she's unlocked and ready to roll. Press this green button up here. Oh, she's fired to life. It's a little chilly this morning. Might give her a second to warm up here a little bit before I move her too much. Got about 3/4 tank of fuel. A little less than half on def. Probably be okay today, but we'll be right around the farm if need to add a little bit to her. Got a nice backup camera, nice little chair and some junk behind her. So, well, we're gonna give her a little bit of throttle here. Raise this bucket up a little bit. Won't have a mount to set it on, set you guys on or anything here yet, so I'm gonna have to switch some hands, and might be some stuff I can't video real well. Let's see. I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna dump this water out of the bucket. Yeah. Satisfying. Watch that all come out. This old girl's got a quick attach to it. Really hard to see, but there's two little holes in the faceplate there. We've got the pins that come up got red ends to them. So we're good there. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna set her off, and then we're gonna go into a barn behind me here and grab a grapple, and we're gonna go move some tree limbs. Just gonna have some fun today. We might have to come back over here and get this bucket later, depending on what we're doing. That was a bit of a booger to get out of there, but we got her. The skid loader's got 2-speed on it, but since she's still not quite warm yet, I'm not gonna put it in 2-speed. We'll just scoot around here at slow speed. Probably once I get down towards the end of the driveway a little bit, we'll put her in high and see what she does. Had to move those couple vehicles you saw there to get in here. When I bought this little shed, I wasn't thinking about that. I really wanted to put a door on the side, but the door wasn't going to be able to be tall enough to get this skid loader in here, and don't know if you can tell, but it's a pretty tight fit. Had to grade the ground out to be able to get this skid loader in here. So I'm gonna turn on some lights so we can see a little better in here and grab this grapple. I'm gonna try to hold you guys on my drive hand so I can do this. We'll see how this works out. I'm still new at this. You guys can hear me okay too. Just had this out a couple weeks ago. Should we put it back in here? Thought maybe I was done with it for a while. We got her on here. Now we can switch you over and back out of here. Close to that old container we got there, but she does a pretty good job. Scoots in and out of here pretty nice. Alright, well, I'm going to hop out here for a minute and shut the door and hook up the hydraulics on this thing, and I'll bring you guys back in. Well, I'm going to attempt to do this one-handed here. I'm going to wipe off these connections. There we go. Missed that one. That one had some dirt on it there. Dusty. Just don't really need the middle one right now, but we'll wipe it off anyway. Still had a little bit of dirt. All right. Looks like this one's the first culprit. Ow. Got her. Had to have a little extra help. There we go. She's all hooked up and ready to go. Gonna run over here and we're gonna. Sorry about the engine on that sucker. It's just kind of loud. The old fan really runs. In there. All right, I gotta go grab a couple of things and I'll be right back. Need a good shot of the old girl walking away. All right, folks, we are back. We're gonna, that's you didn't turn off the parking brake and enable the hydraulics beat. Give her a little power here, ready to load her up. Oh yeah, she works. She works good. We're gonna go grab some trees with it here in a few minutes. Probably have to play with some gates. But got my tripod now. I forgot that here a minute ago. So little handheld tripod. So we're gonna take off. Hold you guys a little easier, I think, until I get a magnet or something like that. So I'm gonna kick the 2-speed in. I don't know if you guys heard that. It's always kind of fun to hear that kick in. Yeah, the driveway needs a little bit of work here. We'll get to that at some point. That there's our elevator we use for feeding cattle, store corn, soybeans in it. Have our feed ingredients in it as well. So it gets used pretty hard 9 months out of the year or so. During the summer it doesn't get used quite so much. I was up in there earlier today, knocked down some distiller's grain. Thought about videoing that, but didn't really have a good way to do that yet. So maybe the next time I'm up in there, we can video that for you. It's kind of a neat little place to get in and out of. We're running down the road right now. You might be able to see some cattle down there still eating up their morning feed down there in the bunks. Those are our bulls. A few steers mixed in there that we'll develop and we'll sell in our sale come mid-March in the spring. Rolling through the middle driveway of the barnyard right now, back to where some other feed bunks are. We'll see if we can get in here and here's our project for today. Took delivery of those new feed bunks here a few weeks ago. Got them unloaded with this thing. Should have videoed that. That was kind of an interesting experience, but didn't really think about that just yet. But here's the old feed bunks and posts and stuff we're going to tear out. A few years ago we had a tree that kind of fell in here, but it wasn't dead, and it's still been alive. And the neighbor worked for a tree company a long time, and he came and it's a fairly large tree and cut some stuff up. So we're going to get some of these limbs out of here so it can work better to cut the big trunk up. So I got to work on getting some of these gates open, and we'll bring you guys back in and drag some stuff off. Well guys, I got the first few tree limbs out of here. I don't know if you can see Dad back over there. Probably not quite. You can kind of see his blue right through the middle there. He's taking the cable down on the bunks so we can take it out. Sorry I didn't really get a good video of using trees. Got to have both hands. I don't have Magnet yet, so we'll take these trees down here to the side of a hill that we dump on, and probably might be able to videotape some once I get these up in the air a little bit. So anyway, so I'll give you a quick update. Well, I didn't get a big a scoop as I wanted. Got this big old piece over here hanging off to the side, darn thing. I'm having to carry it up in the air here, so I'm going to have to be kind of careful. But we'll see if we can get down here and get them dumped. We'll be back in a few minutes. The limbs have been dumped. Kind of a drop off there, so I kind of got to be careful not to go too far down there. I might tip forward in the skid loader and not be able to get out. So back we go. Well guys, just thought I'd give you a little better view of that rock pile I showed you earlier. That was about 4 semi-loads of AB3 we put in there for a nice build-up. Feed hay on for bulls to lay on and try to keep them a little clean. And then we also hauled some dirt and some manure in here for another little pile to keep them clean. That's still got some more settling to do, and whenever we get cattle in here, they'll kind of knock it down around a little more. But that was most of our manure out of our lots this year, I hauled in. And, thought I'd give you a quick view of that real quick. We'll spin around here. There's the mess I've been working on. Trying to get it all out here where I can grab a hold of it. And here's the rest of this doggone hooker tree that started leaning over there. Get a little closer so you can see a little better. Right there, she's starting to lean over. It used to be nice straight up and down. It was a nice shade tree, but we're gonna have to take that fence down here in a little bit. See if we can get the rest of that old girl cut up. So for now, I'm gonna work on getting the rest of these branches out of here. Got 2 kind of narrow gates to go through, or either that or try to dump them over a fence. Probably easier to pull it through the gates. So that takes a little bit of skill, a little bit of uneven ground. So I have to work on getting all these big suckers out of here. So anyway, well, I'll check back in a little later here. Maybe once we start cutting up the trees or knocking out them bunks over there. Well, folks, what do we have here? Oh, looks a little bit like something. Oh, yeah, it's a chainsaw. But guess what? That sucker's electric. I shouldn't want to have to deal with having 2-stroke around no more than I use one. But I was kind of having a bunch of little projects that I needed to do something with. So I just thought I'd try one out, teach myself how to use one. It's a Ryobi. I got it at Home Depot. Has the same kind of batteries that a trimmer and a mower and a leaf blower that I have works, so it just kind of made sense to use it up. So got a couple of big limbs here we're gonna chop off of this before I try to grapple it out of here, just make it a little easier. Anyway, we might set you up on a tripod here and let you guys watch me make a fool of myself. So hang with me here shortly. folks, that's that. Just a couple cuts is all I was gonna make. Probably leave you rolling and see if we get the rest of this stuff out of here. Down to this last little booger here, drag it out, drag it down to the step. Saw me get the chainsaw stuck there. That's always fun. Good thing Dad was here to help me out with that, or that might have been a little hairy, but wasn't broke. Got it to work. Just got to learn how to do that a little better, I guess. Then we got to finish cutting down that massive thing here later. So we'll see if the neighbor comes to help us with that, or whether that'll be a project for a different day. See if I can grab this one here real quick. See if I can stick you in my tripod. If I don't mess all my rags up. Got lots of rags down here. Always need rags in equipment. Never know what you might need to wipe off. Not sure exactly how to get the best grip on this, so we're just gonna give her a shot. Yeah, there we go. We got her. I think we'll just get the rest of that after we cut the rest of the tree. So. Watch up high here. Make sure I don't grab another one of these branches. I can't see over here down below. That's one of the downfalls of this particular machine. Oh, there's my hand. You can see it right there. I do wish visibility was just a little better out of this, but it may be kind of that way in all machines that are like this. I haven't run very many of them. Stay tuned for another video. I think I'm going to do one, a full review on this machine that I'm running here. I put a lot of, well, somebody's definition of a lot of hours and mine might be different, but I put about 250 hours or so on this machine, if I remember right. I think I bought it with a little less than 300. It's got over 550 on it now. almost owned it 4 years, so that tells you how much I use it. Not a lot, but enough that it sure makes a heck of a difference having it. I'll tell you what, I sure enjoy having it around, and it's been a lot of fun. So I don't know, my dad and uncle enjoy having it around the farm. Makes life a little easier for things. I know most people, it's one of the last things they've got because it was kind of newer technology, but it'd probably be the last thing that left the farm too. So, and I think I'd agree with that. You know, I've toyed with the idea of selling it, downgrade or something like that, just because this is probably more than what I really need. But I think I'd really regret it. So it's about paid off, and well, we'll just pay it off and we'll stick with it for a while. That was kind of my thought when I bought it. Was that I was hoping it was going to be around for a while. So a little hard to see here, but we're headed down to a hill. We got some beans down there that probably getting ready to cut. Dad just headed down to a different field about a mile south or so to just try some beans down there. We'll see what they test. If he's not back in a little while, then we'll probably know they're all right. If he's back pretty quick, then well, we'll know difference. So I'm gonna try to squeeze you guys between my knees while I dump this here. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not. We're on the side of a hill here, so I be a little careful not to tip myself. Oh, just fell right out. Didn't even have to open the deal. I think we're gonna push it forward. Try to push it forward a little bit, especially since that's a big one. May bring the tractor down here later, a little longer reach. Might shove those over the side of the hill more, but back down the hill here a little bit. There's all the branches so far that I've dumped today. So we just kind of throw it over the side of the hill, and eventually we'll probably burn off some of the rest of the trees that are there. Got plenty of work. Got some other limbs that we've cut there over the past year or so that just need taken care of. So anyway, well, we're heading back up to the bug site, and I'm gonna shut this off and probably go grab a bite to eat. I'm almost creeping on 1 o'clock here, I think. So well, day creeps by when you're having fun. So. Sit for lunch, and we'll see what we do after lunch. So you have a good one. All right, let's go get some lunch. No cars are coming. Good to go. So Buddy's our Australian Shepherd, and I haven't seen him in about, oh gosh, it's been over 10 days now, I think, almost 10 days, 12 days, something like that. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna say hi to him, and he's gonna absolutely maul me to death. Can you sit, big boy? Oh, back up, sit, sit, sit. Oh, you're not gonna mind, you're too excited to see me. Back. Yeah! How you doing? Huh? How you doing? He's gonna maul me, that's what I said. Yes. Say hi to the camera, buddy. Looky there. Yes. Isn't he cute? Okay, I'm gonna set the camera down and love him now. Here's our other mascot. This guy's name's Marv. Yeah, Marv the pirate. He's only got one eye. He had a little accident a while ago, several years ago now, actually. Don't remember exactly when it was, but he wants in the garage. He's very patiently waiting. Impatiently waiting, aren't you, Marv? He's such a good boy. And here's my other friend. His name's Prince Pumpkin, or we call him PP for short. Yes, Pumpkin. Yes, he's a good boy too, aren't you? Yes. Can't forget to introduce you all to this big girl. She's my wife and I's golden retriever. Her name's Cleo. She likes to steal the show, don't ya? Don't ya? Yes. She says, I'm 5, and I'm spunky. She likes a good scratch. She always wants to be where we're at. She's a good girl. Aren't ya? Well, everyone, I think that's going to be a wrap on this first introduction video here. I sure hope you enjoy it, and I sure hope you also check out video 2 to come, Demolition of the Feed Bunks. Stay tuned. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.